Hi, I'm Trey and I'm about to present my first piece. My crowd is Carmen La Princess, Kara, Booth, Tony, and Shay. Cowboys lifestyle and the rodeo lifestyle. A lot of people consider rodeo an animal abusive sport. That is not the case. For many years, cowboys have competed and attained goals through rodeo. Many years ago, after the Civil War, cattle were starting to be transported through the East Coast, and long before that, through modern times, also through Mexico, through the southern coast of the United States. Many people needed jobs, and jobs were needed for the cattle. Therefore, along came the cowboy, the vaquero, or the caballero. Cattle were transported, they were branded for rights and ownership, and they were shipped all across the country. It took a rugged, hard-working, dedicated person or people of that kind to do such things. That was the work of the cowboy. The work ethics and native-ship of cowboys have always attained the same through modern day. Rodeo is a way of life. Many years ago, after landowners got very productive with their fence work and everything was modernized a little more, the cowboys' jobs were becoming slim and none as far as ranchers were taking over their own ranches and such things. The only thing to turn to was the Wild West show we now know as rodeo. Rodeo was created in bucking events as well as roping events as we see today. The classic event is saddle bronc riding, but then came roping just as if you see today on TV or if you go to a rodeo. Tie-down roping is one of the most classic of events because even today, if a yearling is sick or a calf is sick out in the pasture, you rope it, you tie it down, and you doctor it. The only difference is now you do it as a timed event and you make a living from it. Many people think that calf roping is an abusive sport. It is not an abusive sport. The cowboys are there to make a living, as well as the stock contractors who provide the cattle. Like most sports, accidents happen. Like anything in life, accidents happen. A lot of things can happen in the sport of rodeo. People can get hurt just as easily as animals can get hurt. Rules have been put into effect in rodeo in the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, the National Intercollegiate Rodeo Association, and many associations. As for, there's a rule such we know as now as the jerk down rule. If you jerk a calf straight over on his back in the National Intercollegiate Rodeo Association, it is a $50 fine. In the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, it is a steeper fine of anywhere from $200 to $500, and soon to be resulting in a no time, which is a disqualification from the rodeo. I disagree strongly with these rules because everybody has to have their up on the way of winning and competing. For cattle and cowboys at rodeos, there is treatments available for them. Cattle are provided for the rodeo at the strongest and the best of their ability. If a sick calf or a wounded calf before the rodeo is available, it will not go to the rodeo. If a calf is hurt or becomes sick during the rodeo event, they will be pulled off the herd and not at all allowed in the rodeo anymore. I have visual aid of some calf roping it's actually myself at a couple of the college rodeos. Here's a video of me at Lamar, Colorado. I jerk this calf over, but as you can see, he gets up on his feet just fine and is standing when I get there to tie him. That calf was perfectly fine and went on to be competed on in 3 more rounds at that rodeo and went on to go on to a lot more rodeos. Here's another video of me at Casper, Wyoming at the college rodeo competing in the tie-down roping. That calf as well was just fine, not harmed or sick, and went on to be available in the short round of the rodeo and will be available at some other rodeos. Here's a picture of calf roping run at Denver, Colorado at the National Western Stock Show. rodeo is just like anything. Accidents are going to happen. We are not there to harm the animals. We, as well as the stock contractor, are there to make a living doing what we do. Everybody is out in this world to try to make money. Everybody has to make an honest living. Calf roping is a non-harmful sport. Although PETA and Shark only look at the negatives of rodeo, it is a good thing, and it has been productive in this world for many years.